As a class, we've spent a lot of time thinking about curriculum from a variety of perspectives. It seems there are endless ways to answer the question, what is curriculum? Some argue that the textbooks and materials used in schools make up the curriculum. Others describe the curriculum as what actually gets taught by the teacher. Still others define curriculum as whatever each student experiences in a school. Considering the expanse and complexity of this topic, an entire field of study called curriculum inquiry has emerged. Those that work in curriculum inquiry attempt to answer the questions: what is worthwhile, why, where, when, how, and for whose benefit, all with a focus on curriculum. But as we've come to learn, just defining the term curriculum is a complex endeavor, let alone studying and developing curriculum. For this reason, curriculum inquirers tend to approach the topic from one of many narrower paradigms. In other words, from a particular, more limited perspective. You might consider the empirical analytic paradigm as a starting point, which views curriculum as simply the instruction, materials, and assessments prepared for students. The hermeneutical paradigm seeks to understand how this prepared curriculum may be interpreted based on the context, topical emphases, or the way it's been written and described. A paradigm of critical inquiry assumes that inequities pervade curriculum, and these usually benefit dominant groups. Those that approach curriculum inquiry from this paradigm aim to discover the inequities. There's even a perspective that advocates for the breaking out of paradigm, embracing the complexity of curriculum studies in their entirety. This is called postmodern inquiry. Practical inquiry, a paradigm strongly supported by Joseph Schwab's work, breaks down the ivory tower mentality and advocates for practicality in classroom use. The results of practical inquiry should include specific curricular decisions and actions. In other words, curriculum must be applicable and applied, not just theoretical. In addition to paradigms by which thinkers approach curriculum inquiry, it can also be helpful to categorize the kind of curricula we're thinking about. The categories seem endless, but a few common ones stand out. Some of the more existential categories include the hidden curriculum, which argues that the subliminal, implicit messages communicated or not communicated by schools and educators lead students to learn their pecking order in society. Paulo Freire fought against this by promoting a different type of curriculum, sometimes called critical theory. Freire believed that it is necessary to expose and overcome unjust social hierarchies derived from socioeconomic, class, race, gender, sexuality, place, age, appearance, disability, and other hegemonic factors in society and school. Freire sought to empower students. Teacher action research, on the other hand, empowers teachers to study and learn from the effects of the curriculum. The classroom itself becomes a lab experiment where the effects of instruction are studied, analyzed, and shared. Some of the more contemporary categories include the intended curriculum, defined as what students are expected to learn and experience. This is often decided upon by policymakers and educational administrators working outside of the classroom. The taught curriculum may reflect or differ from the intended curriculum. It includes whatever actually takes place during instruction. But because students come from a variety of contexts and interpret things differently, their experience of the taught curriculum might vary. Hence, the experience curriculum category. Often, What ends up getting taught in a classroom is primarily part of the tested curriculum. But not everything that is taught is tested on, and for that reason is sometimes absent. This is part of the null curriculum, which can include important things for students to learn, such as empathy, art, development of their imagination, music, etc. Once again, these are just some of the perspectives and categories curriculum inquirers use to make the complicated concept of curriculum more manageable. As you would expect, the categories and perspectives overlap and interrelate. For example, the written, like the intended curriculum, overlaps with the assessed or tested curriculum, which should overlap with the taught curriculum, while the hidden curriculum pervades all three. The more we think we understand, the more we realize there is left to understand.